Shvii shel Pesach is an incredible day. Every year, and I turned to my chavrusa yesterday, I said I did the same trick again. I say, you do this to me every year. I say, there's three things that Chazal compare Kriyas Yamsuf to. The splitting of the sea is compared to three things. Number one, everyone knows. The first two, everyone knows. The third, usually people forget. And strangely, that they forget this. What is the first one? Kriyas Yamsuf, splitting of the sea. Chazal say, shiduchim. Getting married, and that's not just getting married the first time, it's constantly being married. That's as difficult as Kriyas Yamsuf, as the splitting of the sea. Second is Parnasa, person's Parnasa. One Gemara is Maseches Soita, the other Gemara is Maseches Pesachim, and also in Moed Katan. Parnasa is like the splitting of the sea. There's a third one. And usually people forget, what's the third one that Chazal compare Kriyas Yamsuf to? That is the Gemara in Pesachim Kuf Yud Ches that says going to the bathroom. And Rashi explains it a little bit more in detail. And jokingly, I used to say, is that it's because it's in Maseches Pesachim, is not by why is it been Maseches Pesachim not by accident? Because after all the matzah, Rashi explains that the system gets clogged up. So I don't know if it's even a joke. It could be that's a serious pshat. But there's a common denominator, obviously, between these three things, which is really a message that we could go into shvii shel Pesach. Shvii shel Pesach, like I said yesterday, is really a continuation of the first night of Pesach. The first night of Pesach was supposed to feel like we went out of Egypt. We went out of Mitzrayim. That means that for the next 7 days, we're running away from the Mitzrayim. And we're going into the Yam Suf. And all that, we have to still continue to feel like we're experiencing it. We are experiencing it. The Jewish people, we're going through the splitting of the sea. And how do we experience it? It manifests itself in everything in life, but these three things really give us an insight. What's the common denominator of these three things? So one pshat I said yesterday, a beautiful explanation from Rabbi Daniel Cohen says, what do you think happened when the Jewish people came to the Yam Suf and they saw the Mitzrayim, the Egyptians running after them, and they were getting closer and closer? Of course, in their minds, they started thinking, how is Hashem going to help us out? He's going to do a miracle. He's going to throw a bomb at them. Who thought, Yam Suf's going to split? Usually when a person is in Shidduchim, they have all the cheshbonos, all the calculations. Hashem, that girl, that family, work it out. The shadchan is going to make sure. And then they get upset. Oh, why didn't they do that? And why didn't they say that? And how could they have said this? And how could they have done that? And why? A person has to know. Just like by the Yam Suf, the Jewish people had all these plans. But the yesod is that you have to trust, true emunah. The Nesiv Hashem says that what changed between the emunah of Pesach night and shvii shel Pesach is called emunah sa'ivorim. There's three levels. There's emunah samoyach. That means intellectually we know that Hashem runs. There's emunah salev, it's emotional. And then emunah sa'ivorim, where your entire body feels and lives with this concept. That's what happened in Kriyas Yamsuf when we went into the water of our entire body. So therefore, Shidduchim is a perfect example. We think we have all the plans, and then Hashem works it out in a way that we never would have thought. Or we married the last person we would have thought to marry. And when it comes to Parnasa, it's even more so. A person's there, he's having struggles with Parnasa, and then he starts planning in his head, okay, Hashem, if you just work out this business and match me up with that businessman, and then everything's going to work out. I got it all worked out for you, Hashem. Hashem says, no, Parnasa is a Kriyas Yam. So Parnasa is going to come from a place you never dreamt. What about, so then I said, what's pshat when it comes to going to the bathroom? Going to the bathroom is, I don't know pshat, because of Tzaddik Cohen doesn't say. So someone after came and told me this is such a pasha pshat, and it's so true. You could go on a trip with your kids, and you've told your kids probably to go to the bathroom, and then suddenly, 5 minutes into the trip on the highway, one of the kids has to go to the bathroom. Meaning to say that a person thinks you could plan, and you could plan, and you could plan, and you think everything is exactly the way it's going to work out the way you planned it, because you worked out for Hashem how to work. Hashem says, let me work out. Let me make sure whatever I send you, your job is to accept and understand that this is the best thing for you. That's shvii shel Pesach. That's what it means to go into the water. How we should be zeicher that the water should split for us, and we should be zeicher to what's called bizas hayam. By the Hasidim, they go to the Rebbe, they sit by a dish, and the Rebbe dishes out bizas hayam, which means a treasure, just like they had by Mitzrayim, by Kriyas Yamsuf. We got all the money and all the jewelry. So someone says, the Nesiv Hashem says a beautiful story. He says, there was a chassid, he went to the Rebbe and said, Rebbe, I want bizas hayam. So the Rebbe says, good, what do you want? He said, I want to have the same emunah that the Jewish people had by Kriyas Yamsuf. He said, that's the best bizas hayam. Have an amazing Yom Tov.